from one extreme to the other. And after the wild short track race at Richmond, today promises to have the same amount of chaos, with the key difference being that today we are racing at a D-shaped 2-mile oval. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 23 of the 2024 PSRLA Grand National Series. Welcome to the Instagram 250 at Michigan Speedway. Hello everybody, my name is Alex Vitale. Welcome to Brooklyn, Michigan. Welcome to what can be considered the automotive capital of the world, unless there are some more important places in Europe that can be considered the automotive capital of the world, which I would not be surprised, but regardless. But yeah, from Richmond, which is a short track, to a D-shaped 2-mile oval in Michigan Speedway, the only one of its kind in the NASCAR schedule, because we all unfortunately know what happened to Auto Club Speedway, lest we forget. But yeah, yesterday was the truck race, and to call that race chaotic would be a bit of an understatement. I struggled, as you clearly saw during the broadcast, to keep up with all the chaos that was unfolding. So actually, I still have a miracle I managed to call the Zhao crash the way I did, but yeah. And that was just a 20-lap race. Today we're racing for 30 laps, and I have no idea what. And also, that crash, there was a crash at the finale, which that's that crash finale, which caused overtime. That's basically that's the very abridged version of the events of the truck race. But yeah, and if the truck race is anything to go by, then we are in for one big show or one big wreck fest, depends on who you ask. But yeah, as we said, Michigan is the automotive capital of the world, allegedly. I actually do like this track a lot, and I honestly cannot wait for what is going to happen. And I hope that I can call the race a little bit better than the truck race, but yeah, we will see in a little bit. Now, in terms of the championship, last week we said that last week was going to be the beginning of a series of exams for Brendan Rogers, who's now the new championship leader, taking away the leader from Gene D'Amelio, who, by the way, after Richmond, little spoiler on the point system, but we're going to talk about those in just a moment. He's dropped another position. He's now down to third place behind with Carlos Rex and, as we said, Rogers ahead of him. So yeah, not a very good situation for Gene D'Amelio, and at the same time, not a very good situation for Rex either, Carlos Rex, because while he's currently second in the standings, both him and D'Amelio are starting 31st and 32nd. They are starting at the rear of the field. So if Rogers passed the first exam with Richmond flying colors, right now it looks like he's going to pass this one as well. But of course, we will see as the race goes on. And since we were talking about it, let's talk about the championship situation. And as we said, Rogers, Rex, and D'Amelio are first, second, and third in the standings. Then we got Michael Schurer in fourth, Brandon Beal is fifth, Cody Goforth is sixth, that is Justin Perez, Bernardo Oliveira, Quinton Moore, and Sean R. rounding up the top 10. And with all that being said, guess what, folks? It's time for racing. And as the cars load on the track, let's take a look at the qualifying results. And Wagner will lead the field to the green flag. Alongside him is Michael Sheeran, then it's Brendan Beal, Bernardo Oliveira, Kyle Langland, Tyler Markle, Andrew Racer, Ryan Little, Quinton Moore, and Kenan Chris running up the top 10. With Brendan Rogers starting in 17th, and as we said, Carlos Rex and Gene D'Amelio will start 31st and 32nd respectively. So, as we said, there are 30 laps here on the itinerary. And if the truck race is going to go by, we're in for one big show. So the pace car reaches turn number 3. And out of 3 and into 4. There it is, turn 4. The pace car should be pulling it into the pits any moment now. There it is. So Wild Quill and Michael Schumann will lead us to the green flag. Past the Gaku Research Zone, and green flag is in the air. We're away at Michigan. And Queer will lead lap number 1 with Sheeran behind, glued to the rear of his car. You saw there Brandon Beal try for the move for the lead, which didn't happen. Actually might happen to Sheeran. On the inside to the backstretch, they're side by side. He's being helped by De Oliveira right there. But Sheeran is being helped by De Oliveira. And the 82 is going to take the lead unless De Oliveira has anything to say about it. They're going to be free wide. De Oliveira is going to is not going to back out. They're going to be side by side. They're still free wide into turn 4, and Sheeran is going to lead this lap by just. But there goes Quayle on the outside, on the very bottom, on the very top of the track. The Deliver is going to lose a lot of speed. They're going to make it 4 wide into the backstretch. That's never going to work. We saw, ooh! And that's, ooh, Rex is involved, and Gopher is involved, Messi is involved. Also, Art is involved. So, the car of Goforth is already in the pits. Messi's car is smoking, and Rex is involved in the wreck. This looks to be race over for the 64 Messi. But yeah. And we said that chaos was going to unfold, and indeed chaos is already unfolding. Lap 3, lap 4, and we are already under caution. Now, let's see what's going to happen to Messi. Is he going to retire? And the answer looks to be yes, he's out of the race. Actually, Goforth looks like he's actually not going to be out of the race. He's going to no, never mind. He's also out of the race, but yeah. So, are they going to pull in the pits? Yes, they are. Quayle, Richardson, Sheeran, and Little are going to pull into the pits. Markle is not going to pull into the pits. Yeah, the rest of the field. Okay, Brandon Rogers is not pitting, and neither is D'Amelio. And okay, there, Carus. That was pretty close, but yeah, that was unnecessary. But regardless, let's go back at top. Okay, that was Paris and Williams obstacling each other. But let's focus on Quayle, who was the leader of the race. And Little is no, Sheeran is going to win this battle on pit road. Second is going to be Little, then it's going to be Quayle, Beal, De Oliveira, Langland, Miller, Chris, Taylor, and the rest of the field. But in the meantime, as we focus on Markle, let's see the caution. Let's see the replay to see what caused the first caution of the race. Caution number 1 of the race. We are focusing on Cody Goforth. We're coming out of 1 and entering 2, and Sean Art is going to pretty much slam Goforth into the barriers, and a completely out of control Art is also going right in the path of Messi. Messi has absolutely nowhere to go, as the 24 car also makes contact with wrecks. Fortunately, no major damage to that car, but that's gonna be an immediate end of the race for both Goforth and Messi. Watching it in real time, and yeah, that is so nasty. That is, I am unsurprised that Charnard is going to continue on with, because he got hit super hard by Messi. So yeah, I'm surprised that his fuel cell didn't get punctured. But with that, let's go back trackside. And we're live here in Michigan for round 23 of the 2024 PSRLA National Series, the Instagram 250. We're coming out of the first caution. And the top 10 is currently Telemarco, a two-time winner already this year. Then is Brandon Rogers, the championship leader. Then is third place Genius D'Amelio behind them. Both third place in the championship and on track. That is Michael Sheeran, Ryan Little, Wyatt Quayle, Brandon Beal, Bernardo Oliveira, Kyle Angland, and Jacob Miller. But yeah. Also, one thing that I forgot to mention in the truck race is the fact that there were a lot of guys that were ran out of fuel, and it's very likely that if the race had gone to a second overtime, we would have seen a lot of people just stop that because their fuel was completely empty. But anyway, Markle and Rogers are pulling side by side for the restart. So we're going to restart the race on lap 8. The pace car pulls into the pits for the second time, or just for the first time. And back in the green we go, and looks like Rogers is going to have a good launch off of the line. In fact, he's already in the lead. There goes D'Amelio on the inside of Markle. They're almost going to get free wide. Little also tried to move on D'Amelio, but the previous move is going to block the 27 winner at Darlington. Side by side, the two championship leaders. Next, they're going to make it almost free wide. No, they're not going to make it. They're not going to make it free wide. D'Amelio is going to get some help by Quayle, and he's going to be second. There goes Quayle on the inside of D'Amelio into 4. Rogers is not there. They're going to make a free wide between Little, Quayle, and D'Amelio. D'Amelio is going to win this as Rogers is going to lead this. Lap. D'Amelio is in second place. Markle is in third. Maybe there's a chance for a third win and a second win in a row for Eric Monaco and his team. Depends on what's going to happen. These guys are glued to the rear. There goes Markle instead of D'Amelio into 3. And yeah, okay, he's actually going to, still side by side. Ooh, they're gonna make it 4 wide. Ooh, I think Quayle actually brushed the barriers. But no, Markle is going to lose a position, and also a position 2. Sheeran is going to be turned to 4th place, actually now to 5th place. As he's actually going to lose the position to Quayle. In the meantime, Sheeran is glued to the rear of the checkered flag car, so he might try a move as Markle has to deal with Miller, and is going to lose a position to Miller. And yeah, Miller is ahead. The Vision Motorsports car is ahead of the Monaco car, but not by much. And now he's cleared the car side by side between Sheeran and D'Amelio. D'Amelio looks to be winning this battle. The free wide right there between Little, Outlaw, and I think it was Beal, yeah. In the meantime, Sheeran is not going to make the move happen. In fact, he's going to lose a position to Quayle. In fact, lost it. There goes Miller on the inside of Sheeran as Quayle goes on the inside of D'Amelio for second. But looks like this is all great news. Actually, I don't want to say great news for Rogers, because even if these guys are fighting, he's not pulling away as much as the back. But in the case 20 laps to go, or 19 laps to go here at Michigan. Side by side between Sheeran and Miller. Right now is everything clean. Sheeran is going to clear the 23. And the side by side between Markle and Taylor. Zachary Taylor looks like the third win for Monaco might be out of the window, but again, it's too early to tell right now. In the meantime, lap 12 is in the books. Lap 13 begins now. Not much change here in the top 4 in this past couple of laps. Side by side between Taylor and Markle. Markle might also attempt to move on Miller, but no, he's going to settle behind the Vision 23 car, which is the first team that has confirmed its presence in the PSRLA next series. The other one being Angel Mafia. There goes Markle with a great launch on the inside of Miller, and he's going to take the place. And now Miller has to watch out from Taylor. Miller is also being helped by De Oliveira, as Silly is being helped by Beal, but Beal is a bit too far away compared to De Oliveira. But there goes De Oliveira on the inside. They're gonna be... okay. That looked very dangerous, but no. Somehow they're not gonna make any contact. But, and looks to be... I don't remember the caution for a reason. That's Hernandez. I guess Hernandez spun out. And looks to be the sole driver who crashed, I want to say. I mean, I didn't see anyone else having any kind of damage, so I think it's gonna be Hernandez. So I'm going to assume that he got bumped off the track and spun out. But yeah. So second caution of the day at when we are 1 lap away from hitting the halfway point. There's the pace car, and Markle looks to have some kind of problems. Actually, first and foremost, we need to see if these guys are going to pit, and yes, they're going to pit. But it actually looks like the Markle might not pit at all. In fact, he's not. In fact, he's going to stretch it. Is anyone else going to follow him? It doesn't look like it. No. There goes. Okay, there's Ard. And there's Hernandez. There was super slow. But yeah, Markle is the only one who's actually going to stay ahead. They're actually going to stay on track while everybody's going to pull it. Going to pit. So yeah, this could be, as we hit the alpha point of the race, so this could be a genius move, a big brain move, or a complete utter disaster. But yeah, we will see in 15 laps or so. And they're going for 4 tires and fuel this time about. Last time it was just for splash, and it looks actually only for 2 tires, at least Twitter is, and it's going to win the battle on pit road. Second is Taylor, then it's De Oliveira, Miller, Langland, then is Lopez, D'Amelio, Rogers, Beal, Ware, Hobbs, Outlaw, and the rest of the field. And as the rest of the field catches up to the pace car and the leader Tyler Markle, let's see the replay to see what caused the second caution of the day. Caution number 2. We are focusing on Elias Hernandez into turn 1, and essentially he's going for a dive bomb on David Heller. The two make contact and are glued to each other for the entirety of turn 1. There goes Benny Moore on the inside of Hernandez. Moore has absolutely nowhere to go, and that's gonna send the 39 into a spin. And unlike what happened with Arden Messi, fortunately no one makes contact with the 39 car. Jeff Linebacker right there almost did, but somehow managed to slow down enough to avoid hitting the Evans Ross car. But yeah, and amazingly enough, that wreck is not hard enough to cause an immediate DNF for Hernandez. He will continue on, but naturally, as you would expect, his race is pretty much compromised. Watching it in real time, there goes There goes Hernandez. Again, I am surprised that line backhand Ronco managed to avoid that card, but yeah, that was another scary. That was another scary crash, and fortunately, it didn't result in any other victims. And with that, let's go back trackside. And we're back live here in Michigan for round 23 of the 2024 PSRLA National Series. The Instagram 250 were coming out of the second caution, and as you can clearly see, Telemarco is indeed pulled into the pit. So yeah, I guess they realized that the strategy was never going to work. But regardless, the top 10 as of right now are Wyatt Quill in first, Zachary Taylor in second, Bernardo Oliveira, Jacob Miller, Kyle Langland, Anthony Lopez, Genius D'Amelio, the 14 of Telemarco, the 97 of Brandon Rogers, and then the 21 of Brandon Beal in 10th place. So, as these cars are going to cross the line, there are going to be 12 laps to go. I want to say they're going to be a lap 19. And of course, the hope is that they don't wreck right at the very end of the race, because I really don't want to deal with overtime. But anyway, so the pace car, the cars pull side by side. Quayle is going to lead them to the third green flag of the race. There goes the pace car to the right, or to the left, should I say. And the back on the green at Michigan, and Taylor is going to have an amazing jump off the start. Almost feels like it was a jump start, and he's going to make things very difficult for Wyatt Quill, who's actually is going to deal with De Oliveira, but actually no, never mind. That event just completely went out of nowhere, because they're going to make it free wide already into the backstretch. De Oliveira, Quayle, and Taylor. But Quayle looks like he's going to win, unless De Oliveira has anything to say about it, and he has. Unless Langland also has anything to say about it. He goes free wide, and but he has to back out. That's a good call. That could have been a very dangerous move indeed if it went wrong. They're gonna make it almost 4 wide. Beal, D'Amelio, Langland, and Miller, and Beal is going to settle behind into another 3 wide. Yeah, just like with the trucks, guys. One thing that you can't say about these guys is that they're not afraid. As D'Amelio is going to win this 3 wide battle between Langland and Miller, and now he's going to find himself into almost another 3 wide, but that's going to be a side-by-side battle between D'Amelio. And that's all in favor of Wyatt Quill with 10 laps to go here in Michigan. And there goes Taylor on the inside of D'Amelio, as does D'Amelio on the inside of Taylor, but the 27 is too far away. Side by side between the ST car and the 7. But De Oliveira is going to keep second place. There goes Miller on the inside of his teammate. But no, there goes D'Amelio on the outside of the 23, as Lopez might make it 3 wide. And 9 laps to go. Lopez is not going to make it 3 wide, but is not going to take the place either. He's actually going to lose the position to both. Ooh, comes up between Ware and D'Amelio. This is going to be dicey. And there is someone going to keep it. Apologies for that one. But yeah, somehow Ware and D'Amelio are not going to get involved in a crash. Lopez, and there's a 3 wide yet again between Rogers, Lopez, and Ware, and looks like Rogers is going to win this. But it's in terms of the championship, it's not going to be that big of a deal, because D'Amelio is only 2 places away, and right now the biggest threat, Carlos Rex, is in position. He's way down the field and off the pace. There he is, dealing with Andrew Williams down in where is he? In 27th place. So not a So yeah, not a very best situation to be in. But in the meantime, looks at the decision that's coming. So never mind. There goes for the lead. There goes for De Oliveira on the side of Quayle. But Quayle is going to defend the position. He's going to shut the door on the SD car. As Rogers might fancy move on the inside of Ware. D'Amelio is right ahead of him. I mean, Rex is behind, but no. Rogers is going to lose a place, actually, or 2 places, looks like, from Miller and Outlaw. As he's going to block Kurashov. Right, he's being helped, or he's actually actually gonna help, getting the help of Kurashov. But almost looked like he was going to sideswipe him. But in the meantime, they're gonna get free wide. Oh boy, oh boy. There goes D'Amelio instead of Taylor, but looks like Taylor is going to defend the position. Is he going to clear? Yes. Taylor is going to clear the 47 car. Oh, never mind. He's not going to. But there goes D'Amelio again on the inside. But now he's going to settle behind the 7 car. D'Amelio is still down in 4th place. He's not going to risk it. But in the meantime, let's see the battle between Quayle and De Oliveira, which right now looks. Yeah, pretty much. There's, I mean, De Oliveira is a bit too far away to try and move on the 22 car, unless he goes for a dive bomb, which we've already seen. In the previous. I mean, just a couple of laps ago with Kyle Langland, but no, he's not going to risk it. 5 laps to go here in Michigan. There goes again D'Amelio on the inside of Taylor, but the move again is actually no. I was going to say it's not gonna work, but it's still there. But no, it definitely doesn't work because Taylor is going to clear the 47 car, so he's down to 4th place. And actually, where is Rogers? Rogers is dealing with Lopez and Perez. Down in 11th place. Ooh, that was between Benny Moore and Kyle Langland. That was almost a crash, but somehow they're gonna keep it clean. Anytime there's a big scramble for position right here, they're gonna be free wide again. Ooh. In the meantime, there goes D'Amelio for the lead. There goes D'Amelio for place. There goes De Oliveira for the win. And D'Amelio is going to clear Taylor, or at least it looks like he's going to clear Taylor. No, he's going side by side. Quayle is going to clear the 54. D'Amelio still side by side with Taylor. And he's still going to be 4th. And Taylor's actually going to block D'Amelio as he's trying for a move on De Oliveira. De Oliveira goes wide. Wide on the apron. They're going to be side by side for 2nd place. And again, this is all on the benefit of Quayle. But now that move is actually not going to work. He's going to lose position to D'Amelio again. They're going to be free side by side again. And they go actually. Is Quayle going to the pits? Yes, he is, alongside Taylor and Outlaw. So yeah, there's not enough fuel for these guys to last the entire race. 2 laps to go for Bernardo De Oliveira. But yeah, at this point, it's very likely that these guys will have to pit very soon. So we might see yet another finish influenced by drivers running out of fuel at the very end. Now we're focusing on the leading duel. Are they going to pull into the pits? And looks like yep, De Oliveira is going to pull into the pits, as is Ware and Miller. And white flag for Gene D'Amelio. White flag for D'Amelio. And now he's definitely praying every single DD in existence and non-existent that his car is going to have enough fuel to last till the end of the race. That's Brendan Rogers in 2nd place, dealing with Ryan Little, I want to say. Yeah, Ryan Little is going to take a second. There goes Rogers on the inside of Little. And looks like D'Amelio has enough fuel. And Gene D'Amelio, after such a rough patch, is going to win at Michigan, his 5th win of the season. All it took were just 2 races to lose his championship lead. And now Genius D'Amelio is back with a vengeance, telling Brenda Rogers, who's going to finish third on a photo finish with Ryan Little, that the championship is not over yet. He's still there and he wants a fight. And Rex has managed to, thanks to the pit stop shenanigans, managed to recover to 8th place. But 5 wins for Genius D'Amelio, and a clear message being sent to Brenda Rogers that the fight is still on. And so, Genius D'Amelio wins the Instagram 250 at Michigan, his 5th win of the season. 2nd is Brian Little. 3rd is Brandon Rogers. And that is Nemironachi, Jeff Lineback, Michael Sheeran, Benny Moore, Carlos Rex, Tyler Markle, and Austin Rank rounding up the top 10. With, pretty much with the top 3 guys all in the top 10. And Sean Hard being 1 lap down, and then Cody Goforth and Santi Mansi are only DNFs with that crash on lap 3. Well, I was expecting an absolute wreckfest, but no, that race was actually really good, and yeah, it was a lot more understandable of a race than the truck race was. But yeah, honestly, I was not expecting D'Amelio to win the race. But yeah, after a bunch of bad races, of course, the race of Redemack and Watkins Glen are the ones that effectively lost him the championship. It was a good result, was in due time, and what a good result it is. His 5th win of the season, and as we said, sending a message to Brendan Rogers and Fireball King Racing that the championship is not over yet. As per usual, we are not going to show you the updated championship standings in this broadcast. If you want to do so, however, then you should check the official PSRLA Discord server. Link is in the description down below. This has been a special presentation of the 2024 PSRLA Grand National Series for the Center Network. I'm Alex Vitala, and join us next time for round 24 of the championship, the return to Daytona. So long, everybody, from Michigan. Congratulations again to Genius D'Amelio.